Hello, sleepyheads. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Remy and I make ASMR videos. For today's video, I'm going to show you my March favorites. Just a few things I've really been loving this past month. I guess it's somewhere between a favorites video and a haul because some of the items are new or unopened, but for the most part, they're all things I already had strong feelings about, and in some cases I'd even used them before and was just repurchasing. So yes, these are all definitively favorites. So let's just jump in. Sorry if my face looks a little puffy. This is the earliest I've filmed in a while. It's like 8:30 in the morning. Got up at 7. So let's get into it. I do have a haircut in 2 hours, and I want to film at least one more video after this. Thank goodness I'm getting a haircut today. It's getting to be a bit much. Whoops, that looks a little silly, doesn't it? It's just really curly right now because I slept in overnight curls. Just to give my hairstylist a sense of what I do, if anything. Okay, so first up is kind of an unusual one. This is a repurchase of something I've been eating very frequently. So yes, this is new, but still definitely a favorite. Sorry, there's a siren. We're gonna hold. So yes, so I've been really enjoying these Deli slices from Tofurky. People are in a rush to get to work. So I like Tofurky. I like their sausages. They have really good andouille sausages. But I had gone years completely ignoring this product. I just expected it to taste bad. I didn't expect to like it. And on a whim, my partner, who tries to help me meet my nutritional needs, he picked these up and I was immediately obsessed. I turned to him and I said, "These are so good," and he was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Oh my god, I could eat the whole pack." And we looked at the protein. Yeah, there's a lot of protein in just 5 slices, and the slices are really thin, and there are like 20 slices, but there are 14 grams of protein in just 5 very thin little slices. So it comes in all kinds of flavors. Like it's a line of like deli meats. This is hickory smoked. Notice it's not like saying what it's trying to be. I think maybe one of them makes mention of like turkey, but because that's such a specific flavor to try to replicate, and probably some vegans are looking for that, or just people who want to swap out some foods for plant-based alternatives. But for the most part, it will say things like hickory smoked, oven roasted, things like that. So I love them. I'll just sit and peel piece after piece. And it's a better snack than, you know, what I'd normally reach for, like chips or candy or some really salty instant soup. And there's that other flavor I mentioned, oven roasted. My partner was like, oh no, this one's bad. My partner didn't like that flavor and thought I'd be on the same page. He was like, well, they can't all be winners. This one's not as good. And I was like, yeah, not as good. You can just leave it on the counter. I loved it. Secret's out. He knows that if there aren't other flavors, he can go ahead and get me the oven roasted, and then he'll stay away from them. And they're just mine. And everyone wins? No, that's not right. I win. So yeah, go Tofurky. Thank you for your service. Next, we have a familiar product. I needed to buy my third bottle of, I guess it's more of a tube, of the Super Goop Unseen Sunscreen. So I think I've already explained this in another video, but as much as I love this product, obviously, because I've now repurchased it twice, purchased it thrice. Both of those seem like weird ways to say it. But yes, I've purchased it 3 times now, but I have noticed that I am freckling more, or I noticed at some point when I was just using this that I was freckling more and getting more brown spots on my cheeks. So I figured out, because I love the formula so much, the finish, how it feels on my skin, naturally, that's, I think, what everyone loves so much about this product. I figured out that I can just put a really thick layer of this all over my face, and it will feel great, and it will make a nice base on which to layer a second sunscreen, one that I'm a little more confident about in terms of the protection. So Ulta MD in my case. That's just my tried and true over the years. Like, I noticed myself getting paler with extended use. It was really fending off those rays. And so now I put this as my base and the Ulta MD on top. And this actually keeps the Ulta MD from pilling, because that's a big problem I had with that formula. So this creates a nice slippery kind of jelly-like barrier, like a really good skin primer. And then when I put Ulta MD on top, it's a winning combination. So that's just what works for me right now. And that's actually what's on my skin right now. You can't see, but it's rather the point, right? It's good. It's good that you don't see a bunch of little bits of flaky, like, I don't know, don't see little bits of like curd on my face. You know, the way that sunscreen can ball up and look like dry glue, or little milk curds. So that's a success. And then one of my friends, she's a photographer, and we went to do a shoot outside together. We drove out about 2 hours east of Los Angeles, and we were just looking for flower fields, and we found a good one. But I didn't want to reapply my sunscreen on top of my makeup, and she was like, I have just the thing for you. And she whipped out this, also from Supergoop, the resetting mineral powder, and it felt a lot finer and more translucent than that tarte kind I was using a while back that was very drying and got oddly cakey. You know, it's the kind of powder that almost feels a little bit wet, I guess, so it can be buildable. Like a lot of powder foundations have that slightly damp sand feeling, and I don't think that works well for resetting your makeup. So I liked how dry and fine this was, and it worked really well. So I was fair point. So I really wanted to go pick up my own I guess it's like a tube. It's like a canister that's like a cylinder, I should say, that dispenses powder into the brush head. So even though I've only used it once, I have tested it out in the sun all day. Yeah, I did not get sunburned on my face. I did get sunburned on like my legs and my chest. I really need to find a good body sunscreen, but I hate the way they feel and how they get things and how they get their residue on my hair and my clothes. So I'll use the unseen sunscreen on my arms, which is an expensive application. But you know, I love the finish, and at least then I can stand having it on my arms and having my hair drag across it and not feeling like my hair is then getting super greasy. And my arms are the area that gets the areas that get the most sun damage, second to my face. Okay, so this is the one that feels most like it's straddling the fence between favorites and just a haul. I just got some finishing powder from e.l.f. I always carry a compact in my purse just to reapply on my nose and between my eyebrows. Like that's where I get some shine. And that's kind of what I do to touch up during the day. I will brush out my lashes, I will reapply lip products, and I will powder my nose, my whole face really. Sorry about the lights. So yeah, I need one to carry in my purse because at home when I'm doing my makeup for the first time each day, you know, when I'm doing my makeup at the top of the day, I'll use loose powder to set it, and that doesn't really work in a purse. I mean, at least not for me. So I prefer having a little compact, and that's the only time I really use pressed powder. Like I said, usually my routine involves loose powders. So the only problem is they break in my purse constantly. And usually I have a slightly bigger e.l.f. powder in my purse. It's the really well loved, like, it's a fan favorite. It's in the black compact and it's so finely milled. I think it's like photo finish or something like that. Maybe that's a Smashbox thing, but something about photo. Photo is something. And I do love it, but it just keeps cracking and falling apart in my purse. I don't know why, and making a big mess. So I'm trying this one instead, and it's really important that my pressed powders be very, very affordable because they keep meeting the same fate. They keep cracking and crumbling on me before I get to use them up, before I ever even hit pan. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So I'm not throwing my purse around. So I figured it was time to try a different tack. Let's all say good morning to my neighbor. Oh, both neighbors. Awesome. Next up, this cuticle oil. I've had this for like 2 years. I've had this in my medicine cabinet for a while now, and I was just neglecting it, not making use of it. And then I started incorporating it into my routine. You know, I would drizzle a little bit of this oil on my cuticles and then really work it into the perimeters of my nails. And then top it all off with some hand lotion. And I've noticed that my manicures are lasting a lot better because with dip powder, an issue you can have is they can start to crumble along the edges, along the cuticles. So cuticle oil can keep them hydrated and prevent them from drying out and prevent the powder from crumbling, from kind of eroding around the edges. So this one is pomegranate and fig. The same company makes one with, I think, emu oil, but I don't know why you'd ever use that when this one works just as well without the cruelty. But that's just me. So maybe I'm missing something. If so, feel free to clue me in. Okay, so I also really loved, I took a bath. I've taken a few actually. New Year's resolution, going well. And I've tried out 2 of these bath fizzes or melts or soaks, whatever they're called, that my sister gave me for my birthday. She gave me a set of 3, and the first one was purple, and I think more along the lines of this one, very effervescent. It was nice enough, but the vanilla one, it smelled amazing, and it left gold flecks all along the surface of the water. It was such a gorgeous, special, relaxing experience. I felt, I don't know, it really took my self-care to the next level. Maybe I'm just a magpie and I like shine, but I also do really love the smell of vanilla, so it really just took my self-care experience to the next level. Sorry, my throat is getting a little dry. So I have 3 more things to show you. The first one I'm also going to use photos to show you, and it's my new bedding. Our bedding was falling apart. It was actually like something was happening with the pillowcases. Anywhere that there was white, and it's a bit of a mystery. We thought maybe it was from my partner's stubble, but it's only been in the white areas. So let me know if you know what's going on and if there's something nefarious happening. But I just mean, I don't know, is there like an issue with bleach or something? I'm like trying to think of what it could be that would just be happening to the white. That doesn't make sense. I don't know. So our fitted sheet is white, and our pillowcases are black, or they were black, with some orange and some coral and some white. And the fitted sheet was getting like worn through in places, like legitimately threadbare. You could see the threads, and the same thing was happening in the pillowcases. Like little holes were coming up, were starting to open up only in the areas of the print with white. But because it was a pattern, it was a bunch of little spots, so lots of holes. And we did not know what was going on. But you know, our bedding is a little long in the teeth. It's been a few years since we got new bedding, and we're on a super budget right now. So it was a special treat to go pick out bedding just at Target, and we were really proud of ourselves for finding something we liked that felt easy and cozy for just $35. We got a comforter for $29.99 and a set of pillowcases for $5. We still need to figure out what to do about the fitted sheet. Target's stock was really limited, really picked through. I think there are some supply chain issues, and everything that was left was super expensive. My partner was pretty relieved that I had no intention of spending like $70. You know, on a comforter. You know, some of the options were that expensive. We just can't do that right now. So we really like what we got. So there you go. Okay, so 2 more things. Firstly, we have, I'm very excited about this. So the last 2 things are like apparel or apparel adjacent. I got, it's just a coincidence that I'm wearing purple today, don't make it a thing. I remember one time I had like a red pea coat in college, and then a red messenger bag, and I didn't like plan to wear them together, but it was cold out and I had to wear my pea coat, and I needed a weekender. The point being, one time in college I just happened to be wearing like a red coat and a red bag, and then there was a guy who like would not let it go. He was like, "You love red? You love to wear the color red. It's your favorite color." And I was like, sometimes these things just happen. Shoot, I don't know how to show you without my face getting really overexposed. So it's a little wrap skirt, and this may look kind of black, but it's actually like a dark periwinkle. It's kind of this color, but a little more blackened. Almost looks like a gray-toned navy, but it's kind of hard to tell what it really is, and it's up against this bright color. So I saw this online and I was totally transfixed. It came in like that very classic black with white lace kind of negligee color scheme. You know what I'm talking about? It's very common in lingerie to see like a black satin paired with a kind of cream colored lace or vice versa. And as classic and sweet as that looked, I just thought this really bold, really saturated periwinkle was a lot more fun. And I love wrap skirts because, you know, they are so adjustable. So yeah, I saw that online, and then I saw that there was a St. Patrick's Day sale. So it was reduced from $49 down to, I think it was like 42, something like that. I think it was like 42. It wasn't a big blowout sale. I think it was in like the 15 to 20 something range. Maybe it was like 17% off for St. Patrick's Day. I don't know. So that skirt is the only piece of clothing I've bought in the last few months. So I'm excited about that. My New Year's resolution is going pretty well, but I feel like that's just because I'm a little strapped financially, because I'm actually feeling a heightening in cravings. I'm actually feeling a heightening of that craving, that familiar itch to go online and look for cute, cheap clothing. So it's going okay. It's going well on a technicality. I'm not so sure I'm reformed at this point. Just keeping it honest. Now wait until you see this before you give me any pats on the back. My partner got me some shoes. It's gonna be so noisy, so I'm just gonna do it off camera. So at the same time that I saw that skirt online on urbanoutfitters.com, I saw these shoes. And I was completely in love, like much more so than even with the skirt, to which I had responded very strongly. But these shoes, I knew I couldn't afford them, and I made them the background on my phone to like motivate me to try to make more videos, try to get more tutoring hours, try to make more money so I could buy them. And then my partner got them for me. So it's a pretty happy thing, which was good because I was not getting any closer. To it being a reasonable expenditure, a sound financial choice. But wait till you see them. Are you ready? Are you sure? Okay. Oh my god. I can't stand it. So I'll put a photo in so you can really see, because I'm not at the point yet of feeling ready to take off the tissue paper. but it has 1, 2, 3, 4 little places where it buckles. So the reviews online said that the shoes were super adjustable in that way, in that way. So they're this kind of holographic peach, and they are, I guess they're not really slingbacks, but they look kind of like an amalgam of like mules and platform Mary Janes and T-straps. They have little elements of lots of fun styles. And you all know how much I love green iridescence in particular. So okay, so those are my March favorites, ending with my favorite of all favorites. I want to acknowledge, is it a bit of a workaround when you're trying not to buy as many shoes and as much clothing to have your partner swoop in and buy it for you, buy something for you? Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think it's one of the benefits of having a partner. Like, he'll often turn to me and say, I can't be spending money on expensive coffee anymore, no matter how much I like it. So a few times a week I turn to him and I find some excuse. I'm like, oh, but you did the dishes this morning, so let me buy you a coffee. It's just a few bucks, let me just buy you a coffee. And he'll drink every drop. So, I don't know why I have a pen now. He'll drink every drop, so I feel good about it. He's much more likely to make use of every single cup of coffee that I buy him than I am to ever wear these shoes that are now going to live atop an elaborate altar in my closet. So, yeah. Alright, well, thank you all so much for watching and listening. I hope you enjoyed this soft-spoken video. I always think I have to do the funniest things vocally to do soft speaking, but maybe you like it. It's very lilting, very musical. I promise. This is not how I speak in real life. It just helps me get the kind of vocal lift I need to achieve prolonged soft speaking. See, I'm losing it a little bit. Okay, well, yeah, like I said, thank you all. I'm going in circles. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. I hope you get lots and lots of good REM sleep, and as always, I hope all your dreams are sweet.